issue for America. Do the owners own the company? Do the stock owners own the company? Do the common stock owners own the company? Name any company starting with Merrill Lynch. Bank of America owns it now. You own Bank of America, you own Merrill Lynch. Go back when I was 16 years old. We'll go back to after I got my master's at Purdue in '85. The disrespect I've experienced being thrown in jail in Kansas City, Missouri, and Johnson County, Kansas. Told it doesn't matter I own it. Told it doesn't matter I own enough. Same thing applies to Smith Barney, Payne Weber, Morgan Stanley, Fanstock, Sprint. Owner's owner, law's law, period. Complete anarchy has erupted, will erupt forever as far as I'm concerned because of disrespect. Now when I was at Purdue, I was told by finance dwelling that they'd throw me in jail because they're salesmen. Well, I don't tolerate anybody throwing me in jail. That same goddamn crew-cutted finance teacher from MIT also said the efficient market theory and the purpose of the company is to maximize stock owner value. Well, in reality, it's just a bunch of shit. Pure shit. I got B's and shit. I don't waste my time studying shit. I got too much intelligence for that crap, faggots. Do the stock owners own the company? You own the company? Well, just because you own the company doesn't mean you get a paycheck. Well, I've heard that. We all own the company, or no different than everybody else? I've heard that, and I can't really dispute either of those two statements. Those are two logical things, I suppose, in reality of logic. Intelligence, just because you own the place doesn't mean you get a paycheck. We all own the place, you're no different than everybody else. That's why I went to college and graduated high school, faggots. Now, of course, when you talk about you own the place, you do whatever you want to, which is what some people say you do in these places. Or it doesn't matter you own the place. Well, that's what causes me to go nuclear or whatever and get pissed off and make statements or typos and do what have done for 30, 40 years. Drink beer in college because I owned everything as a kid. I'm a natural born owner. I own everything day one. I was a Kansas Scholar. Almost perfect in math on the ACT score. Almost, yeah, almost. Of course, now I got an ACT score sent to me a couple months ago. 30, 40 years after I took it, 30 years. Now it says I was 99 percentile. Seems to me like I was a kid when I said I was perfect. Said, no, you're not perfect. You're only 98 percentile. Well, I think that was what the score was on the paper. Now it says I'm 99. I guess it shows there's really no precise credibility on those things either. Of course, one share owns Merrill Lynch as far as I'm concerned. Now my so-called daddy who died with his Harvard Law degree and Wharton Econ degree, who was no billionaire, who I listened to talk like an idiot with mafia identity theft stories, killing people, stealing their identity. And one-on-one, I watched him do things. He doesn't seem like he had a brain in his head. You know, and listening to his crap. Now, he was in the Stinson Morrison law firm, top lawyer in America, and he died last September. And I still can't believe he really was I don't know what he was. He's just a complete lunacy for my entire life. So, yeah, that does make me different, doesn't it? That makes me completely different. I guess that's one reason I went to Purdue Cranard. Public, top 4 public. Yeah, it was number 13 in that poll, too. 13 between the private and public. If you add them together, it would be 13, yeah. It was number 3 in another poll. There's some faggot at the post office the other day was talking about, you know, an owner is my boss. Well, I've been an owner since I was a kid, faggot. Ownership has proven to me nothing. Nothing anywhere, including the courthouse. Number 12 is better than me, so I have to have some number 12 MBA school grad, you know, be my boss or whatever. Well, first of all, I'm a professional. You don't walk up to me in public as a complete stranger, start bugging me. You ought to get shit knocked out of you. Secondly, as a professional, I will sign a contract for what I stipulate of money, and they sign the contract, pay me, we'll do it. Otherwise, suck my cock, faggot. You're a dumbass faggot, like you always were, faggot. And of course, is any graduate from number 12? Well, any graduate from Purdue better than me? No. Is any graduate from number 1 on the polls better than me? No. You start with the ACT score and GMAT score, faggot. The undergraduate degree, faggot. BS Mechanical Engineering in 4 years, faggot. I mean, it's all there, faggots. Suck my cock, faggot. You know you're a faggot. Look at yourself, you're a faggot. I got smoke coming out of my ears here on this UCAM. I'm pissed off with all the faggots around. Paycheck precedence. Just because you own a place don't mean you get a paycheck. Start with Mike Milken's paycheck in '85 when I got my master's. $5 billion a year in hedge fund paycheck right now at the license. We'll talk about paycheck precedence and business license precedence. Get me on CNBC like I email on my KC roommates to discuss this with the country. I'm right. I was always right. One share doesn't mean enough to own it. Merrill Lynch, only one share? Yeah, I'd buy one share as a token. That's all I really feel is necessary to own it. Because there is no majority owner. Nobody owns 51%. Nobody did. Or Smith Barney, or, or the parent companies. So one share makes a person an owner. And a minority owner, a minute owner. Of course, these faggots will start saying shit like you got to put every penny you've got into one company if you think you own it. Well, that's ridiculous. I don't agree with that's bullshit. Just faggot fucking bullshit faggot fucks. One share makes you an owner. Owner's an owner. A minority owner is a minority owner. I mean, if you're going to say you have to have a certain percent of ownership before you can own it, then the only owner is the 51% or more owner who controls the board of directors, and usually there is no such person. And of course, if you have to work for a company like Merrill Lynch to get a license, to even try to get a license for your own company or a license to do work, you see it's a licensing issue also in real estate, and that you just can't go out. The rules don't let an entrepreneur, an American capitalist, go out and start their own company. It's just pure bullshit and fucking faggot fucks. What? People pull ownership on me, fake ownership in public companies where they couldn't possibly own it. Ownership in public companies I've worked. Private companies they couldn't own. It's impossible because I knew exactly who owned it. Public companies where I've worked in retailing and people say they're investors, owners. Well, so am I, faggot. Just because you don't know me, and I don't work for free, faggots. I think America needs to put me on CNBC and start sucking my cock. Hand me about 50 million, faggot. IBM, Oklahoma State, the mechanical engineering degree guys from Tau Delta and Phi Delta Theta come up to me one time at graduation after I was accepted at Purdue Krannert, flipping me shit, telling me something, they're going to hit me or something. Maybe these guys had a higher GPA than me. I don't deny my GPA was 2.65 out of 4.0. I didn't take 7 or 8 years to get higher GPA. And I didn't really feel like GPA meant a whole lot based on the fraud and crap that was being taught and the fraud with the GPA and the computer transcripts. So I'll go back to the Iowa basic skills. And if somebody thinks they're bigger than me or has a higher GPA and they feel that gives them the right to threaten me or hit me, well, I'm going to hit them back, hit them harder, get a gun, and I'm going to get the Iowa basic skills out and say, you know what, you got lower Iowa basic skills, you're going to get fucking what? Yeah, faggot, punks. What? IBM can hand me $100 billion now. $100 billion? Shut up, fucking punks.